Hello my little unicorns! I'm back and I have a new video for you, and today the topic of the video is 5 ways that travel will change you. Yes, you and me and everybody else who travels. We all know life is a beautiful and wonderful, vast journey of learning and discovery and highs and lows and all of that, and travel will only push you further in that journey. It will be a catalyst in that journey, and you will find yourself changing in ways that perhaps you didn't expect and perhaps others didn't expect either. Usually it's for the better, at least I hope it's for the better. I've been told it's any changes in me are positive ones. Hope that's the case. Anyway, let's get on. So, number 1, it will encourage you to push yourself and your boundaries. Because you have to. There's no one else there to give you that nudge. It's all got to come from within. If you want a job, you have to get out there and go and get it. If you want to see somewhere but you're a little bit nervous about it for some reason, perhaps you've heard it's a bit of a rough area or something like that, you're going to have to go and do it yourself, because there's not going to be anyone there as a security blanket holding your hand and walking you through it. You've just got to go and do it. So it will encourage you. It will allow you to do things you didn't dream you would ever do. Okay, for example, I'm not gonna lie, I hate driving. I am scared of driving. I have a license and I do it occasionally when I have to, but it's not something I enjoy. I'm wanting to get to the point where it is. That aside, in Australia, I bought a 4x4 with a friend. We went splitsies on it and we drove the west coast of Australia. It was a car way bigger than anything I had ever driven before. It had this weird sort of handbrake on it, which was something I'd never encountered, and it really pushed me. It pushed me to face my fears and live through that and get out the other side and learn from them. So that was pretty cool. Another example was, I feel like this is a million facts about Hannah you didn't know. It's not, but I'm not very keen on aquariums. It's not a phobia per se, but they scare the shit out of me. They do. They're dark, they're dingy, they're creepy, there's these big fish. Ugh. Anyway, I don't like aquariums. So when in Australia, I decide to go to the Great Barrier Reef and snorkel it, because there's no fish there. But I did it, and I am so glad I did it. I pushed myself through that little bit of fear and I got so much out of it. It's something that I didn't ever imagine myself doing because I'm nervous about it, but because I pushed through it, I got so much out of it. And yeah, you'll find yourself pushing your boundaries and discovering things about you that you didn't know, and learning how to face your fears, pretty much. Number 2, it will increase your confidence. This is something that a lot of people have picked up on since I've been home, and in part, I don't know if it's because of doing my videos and things like that that's helped, but I am a lot more confident and I am able to articulate and speak my own mind a lot better than I was before. My levels of assertiveness have skyrocketed, and I needed that. I really needed that. So you will find your confidence probably grows. This is in pretty much every area, whether it's meeting new people and learning how to build new relationships. Maybe you're someone that's a bit shy, but if you want to get the most out of your trip, you're gonna need to speak to people and build friendships. And you'll be pushed to do so because you won't have that little group around you already. It might be that it's confidence in going for a job. Perhaps you don't like speaking to potential employers, but when you're on a working holiday, you need that job. You need it because you need to live. You need to pay your rent or your hostel. You need to eat. You need the money, and without a job, you cannot get that. So it will increase your confidence in doing those things, and you will find that you come back a little bit different to how you left. Number 3, this is a bit strange, but I'm going with it anyway. It will enhance your relationships, and that sounds crazy. You're off on the other side of the world and I'm telling you that your relationships will be better for it. They will, and there's a reason for that. And that reason is because you will very quickly work out the relationships that are important to you, the people that you miss, that you want to stay in contact with, and you will make that extra effort to do so, because they're not just round the corner, they're not at work, you know, they're not going to be down the shop when you bump into them. You have to make the effort to pick up the phone or contact them on WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger or send them an email, because that's the only way you're going to be able to communicate with them. So because of that, you'll find out which relationships are most important, who actually cares enough to keep in contact with you, and that will enhance those relationships. It will make them even more special. And also, you're going to be making new friends, you're going to be meeting new people, and some of these people you may never see in person again, you might keep in touch, but other people will be friends for life. You will have experienced things together that just bond you in a specific way. So relationships overall will be enhanced. Number 4, it will open your mind. It will break open that box and throw away those chains and open your mind. In so many areas, you will look at things in a different light. You will contrast things from your home country to the country you're in currently to another country you've been to. You will think about things in completely different ways. Could be as basic and as simple as cooking. Perhaps you've been somewhere where you've tried this beautiful exotic traditional dish and you want to learn how to make it so you can treat your friends and your family back home. So that would open your mind in a culinary sense. Perhaps it would open your mind in a sense of, say you are in a natural environment, a rainforest, or you're on a trek or something, and one of your guides tells you about the plight of the local species due to forestation and palm oil. Maybe you've never really thought about it before, but because it's there in front of you, that will open these thought patterns and new ways of thinking about this specific subject that perhaps otherwise wouldn't have come to light. So your mind generally will be a little bit of a different place. You will start questioning things, you will start questioning humanity, you will start questioning government and the way we run things. But it's not a bad thing. We all need to open our minds a bit more and make changes in this world. So that's one way. And number 5, it's going to encourage gratitude and let you know just how lucky you really are. I come from England. It is a country where we pretty much have everything we want. We're very lucky, and you will visit places where that is not the case, and it will make you sad, and it will, in that sadness, make you realise the things you take for granted on an everyday basis, absolutely everyday basis. And this doesn't even necessarily mean that you need to visit slums or an orphanage or anything like that to realise how lucky you are. It can be simple things like having a hot shower. We were on the road trip and my first hot shower in a week was the most magnificent thing ever. I just didn't want to get out of it, and I realised in that moment that that one thing that I take for granted on an everyday basis is so special, and there are a lot of people that don't have that, and I need to keep hold of those things that I have, that I am lucky to have, and be grateful for those. So this is a really short video. I could go on forever about the benefits and the reasons to travel and how you will change and all of that jazz, but I'm gonna do that in a blog post for you, because otherwise this video would last forever and you'll be asleep and I want a cup of green tea or coffee. Probably maybe not the coffee, I'm quite hyper. As soon as it's written, I will put the link below. For now, you can head on over and poke around my blog and see what else is there. All the links are down below. Go to my Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, links all below. Just wanted to give you a few ways that you're gonna change, and you are, and it's gonna be good. and it will benefit you and benefit others in the process. If you're enjoying what I'm doing, please, I ask you from the heart of my bottom, like them and subscribe so that other people will see them and I can reach out to more people. I did this to help others, to give them reasons for why they should travel, how to make that easier, and to make life simpler for people that want to do it. So please subscribe and help others find me so that I can help them too. All right, I'm gonna say goodbye. Bye!